Good morning, and welcome to another time of sharing on the Tolo Speaks channel. I decided to come outside today and share with you from the beautiful landscape of the plain that I live on outside of Boquete. The town itself is in a bowl surrounded by mountains on three sides. And then a big hill leading out of the bowl is on the fourth side. So it's literally down in a crevice, a crucible. And the river runs through the town. But I'm about 6 miles to the south. And as you leave town, there's a huge valley that has an area that is not very fertile, reminiscent of the American Southwest, perhaps in New Mexico or Arizona. And not far from the edge of the plain is a beautiful canyon. And down at the bottom of the canyon, after you go down 325 plus or minus a few steps, there is this beautiful river that has giant boulders in it that one can sun themselves on or take a dip in the crystal clear river that is so cool and refreshing on a warm day. So this is truly an ideal setting that I live in from the standpoint of the mystic. And that's what my sharings have been about. The mystical experience. No one persuades a mystic to become mystical. It's a prompting from one's inner guidance. Live in relationship primarily to the mystery of life, to the divine creative nature. It's not that human relationships aren't important. It's not that we don't continue to grow from being in them. But the first and foremost relationship where one truly gives their heart, if they are a mystic, is to the divine itself. And that's why the mystic is so often accused of being in divine ecstasy or divine union or divine connection, because that's literally what happens. Today, I'm going to answer another question concerning healing. I was perusing YouTube the other day and ran across a channel called Ask Monk. So I've loosely entitled where I'm going with the next few video presentations as Ask a Mystic. Now what qualifies me to claim mysticism, to claim that this is my way of being, my way of life? Good question. Because I always return my attention, my awareness, my focus on my relationship with creation itself. I'm a great lover of nature. I'm a great lover of natural order. I'm a great lover of peace and peaceful coexistence. Does that make me a mystic? No. But my inspiration comes from beyond me. My very sharing comes from beyond me. Yes, I bring in my human experience and the years of trial and error that I've lived on this planet. But the bulk of my message is literally channeled. And what does that mean? It simply means that there is a natural surrender to the mystical mind and the mystical heart. And from that wide open standpoint, greater depth is achieved. So the message is infused with the energy of something bigger than my human self. So that's what qualifies me as a mystic. And it shows up in my poetry, my art, my writing, and these sharings. So the question from my friend Madeline, who is professionally involved in the healing arts, is this: does it matter if our bodies are out of balance and have illness? Does it matter if our bodies are out of balance and have illness? No, it doesn't matter at all. Because balance is what we're naturally looking to return to. It's the natural order of things. Nature is the perfect example of that which is in balance. What gets out of alignment is our mind and the overstimulation of thought, so that we start believing in a certain kind of thought, a certain way of thinking. It becomes a dominating, driving force. And then we bring in emotional display to substantiate this stance, this belief. And then it gets ingrained in the subconscious, and we're too lazy to challenge that which we have solidified, but doesn't hold up when we put it against the light of truth. It just doesn't measure up. It ultimately is exposed for what it is, a lie. So, does it matter if our bodies are out of balance and have illness? No, it doesn't matter. Not in the greater scheme of things. Illness is a tool. It shows us one thing: that we are stubborn and hard-headed, to the degree that we up the stakes when it comes to experiencing wholeness, or the return to balance. My kitty cat, which I am now a steward of, has just jumped up in my lap. Here she is. Her name is Pure Joy. And that is what she always is in perfect alignment with. The pure joy of her own existence. The pure joy of being alive. The pure joy of honoring her own... That obnoxious sound was my timer. the pure joy of living spontaneously in every moment is what she is such a perfect example of. And I cannot but marvel every time I watch her in action, running around, playful, alive. She is filled with balance and harmony. She operates in a very synchronistic manner, honoring impulse. Illness signals that we do not answer to the call of truth when it chooses to impact us. It impacts our senses. It flows through our consciousness. It flows into conscious thought. And if we but tune in and realign, in other words, follow the intuitive hunch, we return ourselves to perfect balance. An illness, at times, is a wake-up call. I am acutely out of balance right now. Therefore, something has brought on a signal. And we can define whatever that something is individually. But regardless of what the origin of illness is, which will always remain a mystery, it signals on some level the importance of change. It's just simply saying, consider change, consider change, consider change. And when the courage to change beliefs and attitudes and formulas washes over us, the balance begins to return. So does it matter really if our bodies are out of balance? No, because we profit from that. Does it matter if we have an illness or not? No, but we profit from that. Everything affords us the opportunity to profit. In other words, to self-correct, to realign, to rewrite ourselves. So, mystic is in keen observation that imbalance is taking place and seeks source, the wisdom of source, the guidance of source, as that which would bring the most pertinent information to allow healing. You see, illness has two phases, cure and healing. Sometimes just the realization brings on the healing. Cure sometimes takes place, partially takes place, doesn't take place at all. But healing is the grand acceptance of both the illness and its aftermath. Complete restoration to health or something less. So, I hope I've shared some little insight regarding your question, and I look forward to future sharings with all of you in days to come. So, from beautiful Boquete de Panama, have a sparkling and enlightened day. Namaste. Bye for now.